Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how I have created this TikTok themed cake. This is the chocolate biscuit cake that I covered in the first layer of buttercream. So that was my crumb coat done. And now I'm going to work on the final second layer of buttercream. So first I start from the top and I put a good dollop of buttercream on top. Next I'm placing, while my buttercream is still soft, my self-made ganache disc. I line it up with the sides to see that my buttercream would have space actually between the cake and the ganache disc. Then I use this leveler to see if my cake is leveled, and if I see if it is off level, I just push the cake into the right side. You can buy ganache discs in many shops online. However, this was a 7-inch cake, so I didn't actually find the ganache disc to buy, so I needed to make one. I will include the link to the tutorial on how to make your ganache disc in the description box below. And now I am applying a thick layer of my buttercream, and I scrape off the excess with my spatula and the cake scraper. My tip here is to hold my cake scraper at 90-degree angle to my cake so that the edge of the cake would be sharp and nice. When you feel that your buttercream is getting to room temperature too fast, you can put your cake back into the fridge for 10, 15, 20 minutes so that the buttercream would firm up. And then you can reapply buttercream to the indentations and air pockets that you see and scrape it off again with the cake scraper. Once I'm happy how my cake sides are looking and how they are covered with buttercream, it's time to take off my ganache disc. All I needed is to put the knife between my cake and the ganache disc and go all around with it, and the ganache disc just lifts off easily. Then I add another dollop of buttercream on top of my cake and I level it off. Before adding my embellishments on the cake, I decorated my cake board with white fondant. After that, on a cold cake, I place the cutout of my cake topper. I cut it out from parchment paper. For the next step, I was using quite thick ganache. Now I can say that it could have been thinner. So the ganache is in two colors, one is pink and one is blue. And I trace with those colors around my stencil, and then I remove the stencil and place the cake topper in there. The parchment paper stencil was this size of my cake topper. Once my cake topper was in place, I continue painting the ganache according the pattern I needed. After painting my cake, next step was to put on the ribbon onto my cake board. Usually I use washi tape. They're sticky, and so that makes extra easy to attach them to the cake board. If not washi tape, then I am using a ribbon that I attach to the cake board with a double-sided sticky tape. And after that, the next step and the final step is to add all the cake toppers and other embellishments onto the cake. To attach my cake toppers and other embellishments onto buttercream cakes, I use a little bit of buttercream on the back side of the topper, and then I gently press them against the cake. If you see that your fondant is raising from the cake board, you can use a little bit of water underneath it on the cake board and stick it back onto the cake board. I will include in the description box below all the other tutorials on how you can make all the other cake toppers you see on this cake. And there you have it, your TikTok themed cake is ready to go. Thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel.